Hello, I'm Sydney Macker, and this is my persuasive speech, and my audience is my mom. So I want you to think about all the things you've thrown away today. Now thinking back, I'm sure at least one of those things was recyclable. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, 75% of the American waste is recyclable. Now the issue is we're only recycling about 30% of that. Thinking about what you used this week, that cardboard box you got from Amazon, those Starbucks drinks and cups you bought, even the junk mail you receive every single day. Now, if any of those got put into the trash, that's part of the problem. Now you may think that it's not a big issue that affects your life. However, it's a huge problem and it's affecting the world that we all live in. Not recycling results in pollution, it's hurting our environment and affecting our economy. So to start off, what's pollution? Pollution is the introduction into the environment of a substance or thing that has a harmful effect. According to a University of Illinois study, landfills emit landfill gases that consist mostly of methane and carbon dioxide. These are toxic gases and they are going into our air, which is resulting in climate change. If we were to limit our waste going into these landfills and recycling it instead, this would reduce the pollution coming from the landfills and overall giving us cleaner air, slowing climate change, and overall helping the environment and our earth. With this, not only is recycling affecting our air, but is affecting our land and oceans as well. Americans generate more plastic trash now more than ever. However, according to the National Geographic, 91% of it is not recycled. Because of this, plastic is littering our oceans, cities, and waterways. So here's a video of a diver going into the ocean, and you can see all of the plastic and other things that people have thrown away instead of recycled, and it's all in the ocean. And there's everyday things too, like chip bags and plastic that goes over water bottles. And right there was some fish swimming in the ocean, and sadly that's what their home is. And this isn't something we think about every day, but because we don't really see it, but it is an issue for us. And as you can see, there's a stingray, and sadly that's the life he has to live because of us. If you aren't recycling your plastic, it almost always ends up in the ocean, just like that. Even when throwing away the plastic, it often ends up blowing away in transportation to the landfill because it's so light, and that results onto our grounds of our cities. From there, it gets blown into streams, rivers, and drains, which all lead directly to the ocean. According to the National Geographic, plastic takes over 400 years to degrade, which means it is continuously killing our wildlife and not going away anytime soon. According to the Ocean Conservancy, plastic has been found in more than 60% of all seabirds. And if that's not bad enough, it's been found in 100% of our sea turtles, because they are always mistaking plastic for food. And even if they don't mistake it for food, it's getting wrapped around them regardless, like the pictures that I put in here as well, and killing them that way. The Ocean Conservancy stated that every year 8 million metric tons of plastic enter the ocean, with all the rest of the plastic that's already there from years and years and years before. They compared this to dumping one New York City garbage truck of plastic into the ocean every minute of every day for the entire year. It is said that soon the ocean will contain more plastic than fish. However, how we deal with plastic right now will determine if that becomes true. Now, if that didn't already make you want to recycle everything you can forever, this may. Recycling has a great effect on our economy and the people. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, how productive people are with recycling affects our global and economical competition. They state how recycling allows for more job opportunities and builds more competitive manufacturing industries. According to the U.S. Recycling Economic Information Study, the U.S. recycling industry employed 1.25 million people, whereas the U.S. solid waste management industry employed only 0.25 million. This is because recycling jobs are more labor intensive, so it creates more jobs. If the United States recycling rate got to 75% by 2030, it would create 1.1 million new jobs. This would positively affect our economy and overall help make communities stronger. Everything I've talked about today are people problems, so only people can solve it and you can help. Bringing awareness to people as well as doing your part is the only way to help the recycling issue. Being knowledgeable about what can and cannot be recycled is important because if you're not, it can lead to contamination. Contamination is when non-recyclable material gets into recycling bins and no longer can be recycled. This can be when a non-recyclable material is in the bin or recycled material contaminated with food. Knowing what is able to be recycled and what isn't is necessary because if you just throw away whatever you think might be able to go in there, but it can't, it's not really helping the problem. So here I put a picture of a recycling company saying what they allow in their recycling. So it explains exactly how to do everything. It says like plastic bags have to be bagged together, like the sizes, break down your cardboard, clean out your containers with food and drinks and things like that. So you may think this problem is too big for you to act in. However, if everyone was just a little bit more aware and tried to be more sustainable, it would have a huge effect and would positively change the issues that I talked about today. Some things you could be doing in your everyday life is using your own cup at Starbucks or even using your own bag at the grocery store. Learning what is allowed in your recycling bins and making sure you follow that. And always washing out the leftover food or drinks that were in the items you're about to recycle. Even cleaning out your closet and taking your clothes to donate them instead of throwing them away is good recycling. Go out and tell your friends to recycle, and even if only one of them make a small change or take your advice, you're still making a change, and that's making a difference. Making all these small changes in your life is what makes for a big change. With that being said, bring awareness and do your part. Thank you.